Fox News alert. Police identifying 2 suspects in yesterday's shooting rampage that left 14 dead, 17 wounded. But now, the left playing politics, calling for more gun control seconds after the shooting and mocking GOP politicians for praying in the midst of the tragedy. Where does this come from? How do politicians react to this shooting? Here with us to talk about it is outstanding radio talk show host in his own right and former Republican presidential candidate for president, Herman Cain. Herman, are you surprised we have headlines like the one in the Daily News to the Republicans, God isn't fixing this? Where the main focus, in my humble opinion, should be on who were the ones who did the shooting?
Yes. Law enforcement, first of all, they did a great job, and they're going to continue to do a great job in order to try to determine what might have motivated this. Based upon everything we know, we don't know what motivated these 2 individuals to do this heinous act. But the politicians on the Democrat side, it's very clear from the tweets that you showed earlier. They want to continue to feed the fantasy that taking away all guns is going to stop these kinds of acts. No, they will not. Republicans, on the other hand, they are much more realistic that some things you have to leave in God's hands, even if God doesn't move when the Democrats want them to move. So no, they're feeding this fantasy, and they're feeding on the gullibility of people who think more gun laws will stop these kinds of incidents, and you and I both know they would not.
Herman, you open up the phones and you talk to a lot of people. You were just in front of a huge crowd the other day. You know that the average American is thinking about ISIS, Paris, and what would radicalize guys like this, who clearly a devout Muslim comes in there fully armed to the teeth with vests, with a GoPro camera. We're not thinking about Republicans and Democrats, are we?
No. Here's what those crowds, I'm sensing, are saying. The enthusiasm that you see from a candidate like Donald Trump is getting, people want a leader in the White House who is forceful and who is a fighter. They know that if you have a different leader who is a fighter, that may not necessarily stop these kinds of incidents, but people want to feel as if national security in this country is in good hands. Right now, they don't feel as if national security is in good hands. And when you have a president and you have the Democrats that continue to harp on more gun laws, people don't feel as if they get it. People aren't giving up their guns because the Second Amendment, as I pointed out to a caller yesterday, is not going away.
It isn't going away, and neither is the threat of ISIS, Islamic extremism. We don't know if this is where it's heading, but, man, there are certain things that are pointing in that direction at this hour.
Yes. Yes, absolutely.
Herman Cain, thanks so much.
Happy to do it, Brian. Thank you.